Everybody, Rick here with another important tip. So last night I was opening this or closing this window, I don't remember which one, but it was late and I was at a bad angle and it's been really humid lately, so this window really sticks bad when it gets a little humid. So needless to say, I broke the window pane. Now I didn't cut myself anything, thankfully, but now I need to replace the pane, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Some of the things you're going to need to replace this window is a pair of safety glasses and leather gloves to safely remove the broken window, a putty knife or a 7-in-1 painter's tool to help clean out after you get everything out of there, a pair of pliers to remove the glazing points, some glazing points to put the window back in, a tape measure to measure for your window the size window pane you need to replace, and I just used a center punch to help break out the glass, the rest of the glass, and something to write down your measurements with. So the second thing we need to do is I need to remove all this old glazing. You can see how it's all cracked and falling apart and everything. But I need to move it out of the way so I can get a good accurate measurement of the size pane we need. And I'm going to go ahead and replace all this other old cracked glazing while I'm at it. I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, like I said, this happened last night, kind of late, so I wasn't going to replace it last night, so what we did is just cut a piece of cardboard to fit the pane here, and we just taped it in there for overnight. Now you'll notice this broke right along what they call points. These are the little metal points that stick in the side of the frame here. They serve two purposes that I know of. For one, they hold the glass in place while you're putting the glazing in and until it dries. And two, if all your glazing falls out, and it keeps the paint from actually falling out, completely falling out. So, anyway, the glass is broken. It's no good anymore. I'm not going to try to save it. So we need to remove the rest of the glass. So for that, I put on some good leather gloves, so I don't cut myself, and just break the rest of it out if you have to. So don't forget to put on some safety glasses. You need to protect those eyes while you're breaking the rest of this glass out. Okay, once you safely remove the rest of the glass, go ahead and grab some pliers and pull your points out, because we'll be putting some new ones in. It'll just make it easier to get it cleaned up with those out of the way. Now with the points out of the way, grab your 7-in-1 tool, and it's got the little corner here, and that just makes it really easy to get in here and clean this up really well. Okay, we went to the hardware store and I got a piece of glass cut for our window here. Got that in there, and once you get the glass in, you're going to take one of your glazing points, you put it against the glass, and then you can kind of, the wood is so soft you can probably push it in with your fingers, but if you need to use your putty knife here, just push it in. And that's going to get covered up with glazing, and then we need one on each side, all four sides. Just press your points into place. I cleaned out all the old glazing, and then I went and vacuumed it real good too, so get all the extra dust and stuff out of there. Okay, when I put the pane in the frame here, I didn't put anything behind it because you really don't need to, because your glazing is going to seal from the glass to the mutton here, and you don't really need to put anything behind it. It's already going to seal from the outside. Now I prefer the putty type glaze, but they didn't have any, and the only thing I can get is the caulk type here. I hate caulking because I'm really bad at it. You just want to get this up in the corners and work your way around. Okay, with this tip on this applicator here, it does a pretty good job, but then if you have to take your putty knife or whatever and just go back and shape it back up a little more. But you basically want to get a good sealer on the window there. And then at the bottom you want to make sure that the water can shed all the way down to the bottom of the window frame here. So I need to put a little bit more down here actually. Okay, this caulk or this glazing cleans up with water, so you can take and use a wet finger to run around the edges to get it smoothed out if you want to. Make it look a little better. And any extra glazing that you get on the windows, just let it dry and let it scrape, then scrape it off when it's dry, after it's dry. Okay, so it is several weeks later because it has been so rainy and humid here that the glazing hasn't had a chance to dry out. In fact, the bottom here I messed up because I didn't wait for it to dry before I tried to dress it up. But anyway, once it's dried enough, then you just take your razor knife and just trim around the excess of the glazing, you know, with your razor knife and get it all dressed up nice and pretty. And I think it looks pretty good. As soon as the window dries out the rest of it, and you put some paint on the bare wood here, and that should be. Okay, this week's beverage of choice is a really special selection here. This is called a Lucky Buddha. It's a Chinese import.
Cutest damn bottle
really,
ever.
really good. It's nice and crisp. It's very light, and I gotta tell you that it's very lightly carbonated, so you can guzzle it down if you want to, but
it's pretty easy to drink.
It is. It's nice and smooth. Like I said, very lightly carbonated. It had hardly any head on it when I poured it. But the real reason we bought it was because the bottle. Just, you know, she liked the bottle.
Isn't that why you buy beer? Yeah. Because the label's really cute?
And then I'm going to have her read this for you here.
Okay. It says, the bespoke Lucky Buddha beer bottle is a true original featuring the seated laughing Buddha holding a large ingot above his head. Many believe the figure of Buddha to be a symbol of wealth, happiness, and life fulfillment. Brewed in China's 1,000 island lake using the finest quality malt, hops, rice, and water from the pristine region, delivering a Chinese lager that is truly an enlightened brew. I think it's really, look at, even the little 6-pack is adorable.
Mm-hmm. It also says here it's supposed to bring you luck, good fortune, longevity, and happiness. And I tell you, I should have had one of these at the first of the year, but we're still in January, so maybe it's not too late.
That's true. We'll have for Chinese New Year.
But you can have it for Chinese New Year coming up in February here.
February 19th, right?
Yes, I think so.
And you know that one of these bottles is going up on our beer bottle shelf, right? Yes. Do you have a beer bottle shelf?
So go to the luckydrinkco.com and look and see if you can find a local area where you can purchase and give it a try. It's really enjoyable. I really like it. And I have to tell you, this has a very pleasant aftertaste, and you can't really say that about too many beers. So see if you can find it in your local area and pick one up and give it a try. I think you'll like it. I really do. Anyway, that's how you replace a window pane, and I hope you like this, and I hope I taught you something you can use. And if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come back every week and see what we do next. Till next time, hope to see you soon.